have property expertise across lots of different members of staff. We've had people who've had finance director roles within property, so we've seen the other side of the fence as well as just in practice. We are known within the industry as experts. So, for example, when there were changes to legislation on additional stamp duty and changes to interest relief for residential property portfolios, we were asked to write a piece for National Property Buyers Association to basically challenge and the government and to explain to them the damage that they would be doing to the larger businesses and to the availability of homes if they impose the extra 3%. You might recall that the original documents and the consultative documents suggested that actually where they were talking about large-scale purchases, you would be exempt from that additional 3%. Unfortunately, when they brought the legislation in, they introduced the 3% levy, and obviously our clients, and I think the nation as a whole, weren't very happy with it because it will result in fewer houses being available. We are obviously aware of everything that goes on. We're keen to respond immediately, and we come up with plans to mitigate that. So we do have obviously ideas and ways around and to ensure that our clients get the tax relief that they are due and that they should get. In terms of different schemes, there are obviously times when you could pay more tax than you need to. We don't like that. For example, where there would be clawbacks for if you've done a long let or a long lease of residential property, because possibly the market's not as you expected, and there'd be a reclaim of VAT, a clawback of what you had claimed, then there are methods of mitigating that and ensuring that you keep all of the VAT relief that you're entitled to. Jerry Myton, our head of VAT, is a specialist in this area, has done a lot of work in that with some big value developments in the city. Alistair Kendrick is often quoted in magazines. He's an expert in the field and is well known in Taxation magazine and a lot of the broadsheet newspapers. He talks knowledgeably about the construction industry scheme, has been involved in some big claims and indeed helping clients where mistakes have been made in the millions of CIS in terms of penalties. It's actually quite a harsh scheme. If you end up getting it wrong, you can end up with penalties actually equal to the amount of CIS that should have been deducted. So effectively you're sort of doubling the pain you should have suffered. Alistair's great at coming in at that point, mitigating the damage, the penalties as far as possible. He's very well known, very well respected in the industry.
For me, the real noticeable benefit so far has been the level of advice being very clear and very, very quick. So I'm dealing directly with Alistair and Jerry, and no matter what they're doing, they are very, very responsive, and that's exactly what I need, because property is not always the fastest moving of industries, but in certain cases you need to get things done quickly, and Alistair and Jerry have been instrumental in helping me with that.